field. From the ice to the turf, we'll break it down. Discussing every win and every loss in town. We'll talk about the Canucks and the Lions. We are your irrational fans. We are your irrational fans.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 120 of the Hughes Sports Podcast. I am your host, Jake Hughes, alongside the old man. Old man, how are you doing today?
1 second.
Oh yeah, so the one time I go to you right away because you're always like, why are you talking like a robot? And you're not ready. I'm shocked personally.
Because you talk so slowly that I have time to retweet things.
Because you're never ready, so I have to slow and fill until I can see your attention come back to the camera.
I'm doing amazing. Holy, did we get a storm in Calgary today? Did you guys get any of that your way?
We got a whole bunch of it.
Oh, did you get hail?
No hail, thankfully.
No hail. Yeah, thank goodness, no hail. But it was crazy.
This week in sports was also quite
crazy.
Got lots of talk.
I have to be honest.
Uh-oh.
Honest time. It's honest time.
It's never good when the old man has to stop and be honest with us.
I'm blaming my boss, Cody. He's a regular listener. He sometimes pipes in, but he doesn't always. But I know he listens all the time because every once in a while he'll say something, and I'll be like, "Ha, you do listen." I worked a lot. I haven't had a day off since last time you saw me on air. So I didn't watch any football, not one game.
I watched most of the games.
No, I watched most of the highlights. That was it.
Fair. Well, we got a lot to talk about because we don't just have football to talk about, but we also have a bunch of hockey news. Let's start closest to home, as we are a Vancouver Canucks and BC Lions podcast. Yes. The Abbotsford Canucks play Game 3 tonight in Abbotsford against the Charlotte Checkers.
What a stupid name that is.
Where is Charlotte?
North Carolina.
It's a weird place to have an AHL team. I know like Carolina is in where are they based out of? They're in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Yes.
But it seems like a weird spot to have. I don't know why. It's like it doesn't seem like a hockey market.
Because it's North Carolina. Why am I talking like that?
I don't know. I was never going to say anything. Game 1 was free on YouTube.
Oh, was it?
Fantastic. I actually watched most of it.
Okay. Was it good?
Fantastic game. It went into double overtime. Oh, we lost the old man. We went into overtime, and it was a game that had everything you wanted except for, and I mean this in the nicest way, organized hockey. It did not feel like it was very organized.
What do you mean that? Well, explain yourself.
So we're so used to in the NHL, you get the puck, you have your breakouts, you move the puck in a certain way. It feels like there's not that same structure in the AHL.
Oh, really?
And I mean, Abbotsford does a good job at trying to instill that at certain points, but it's really great hockey. It just doesn't feel polished.
Interesting.
Like you can tell it's a step down from especially what we're watching in the Stanley Cup final.
But we watch. I'm just going to stay on this because we religiously watch the World Juniors.
Yeah.
So these players go to the World Juniors.
Some of them do. Some of them are older players.
Oh, I guess so. It's WHL most of the
WHL. It's mostly juniors because it's under 21.
Yeah. So these aren't juniors, are they? Because I think that's pretty polished. But then again, you're getting the upper echelon from each team. You're getting the all-star team.
Well, and not just that, but it's your coaches are a little bit more polished. You're not getting, not to say anything bad about Manny Malhotra. I think the world of him, and I think we actually might lose him sooner rather than later.
Did you just say that the WHL's coaching is more polished than the AHL?
No, the World Juniors.
Oh, I see. Polished. Okay, that makes more sense. We're going to get lots of people texting us and emailing us. Mr. Rod Peterson, how are you doing, my friend, my pal? Carry on, Jake. Sorry, I interrupted you again.
Did you see?
No.
It was in overtime in game 1. The goal that was disallowed.
A game for which? Who are we talking? The Abbotsford Canucks?
Yes.
Oh yeah, no.
Okay, I'm gonna play. I have the clip here.
Oh, okay.
Because it is the wildest goal I have ever seen. The fact that this play was allowed to happen, the celebration afterwards, and then the mass chaos that happened. I'm just gonna let you watch it here.
Don't play in as many games in the minors.
Oh, they score! It counts! Shelov wasn't paying attention, neither were we. The puck rolls in, and they score. The Checkers take game 1.
Do they, though? Do they take game 1? Because let me tell you, they do not.
Well, we're going to have to hold on here. We said I hadn't seen Bizarre. That was a legal face-off. The goalie was not ready, but that was a legal face-off. I mean, the sticks were down, in my opinion.
There is a Congress at center ice.
Oh,
they're going to wave it off. Head coach Jordy Kinnear on the bench.
Let's see. I'm hoping they're going to show the replay here. Here we go. Doesn't have his pads on.
His back turned to the play.
The sticks are down. The sticks are down. The sticks are down. I don't understand. I get it. He was fixing it.
If you're still watching, buddy, you're a goalie. Tell me your thoughts on that. Should it have been just a good goal or no goal? Because that's interesting.
So, the official ruling was the referee that was next to Shelov's and the other linesman said that puck should not have been dropped.
Because nobody was prepared.
Because Shelov's was talking to that referee.
Oh.
So that referee had his head turned to the goalie. So, sorry, Shelov's had his head turned talking to the goalie.
Squirrel!
With, putting his glove on, being like, hey, I've still got time to do this. The referee was looking at Shelov's, not at the puck, and the puck got dropped.
Yes, I totally agree.
Flip that scenario, we'd be losing it if this was a.
Imagine?
And I don't blame them. Their coach was furious, and I get shit happens. But
did Abbotsford come back and win that game?
Abbotsford came back and won that game.
Oh, ow!
Yeah,
Mister. Okay, it's official.
It's official.
Your Uncle Mike, all the way from Agassiz, British Columbia. And yes, I even know how to spell that. No, I don't.
Agassiz.
Agassiz. Says no goal. And you remember, you don't want to get Uncle Mike upset because you might say the wrong thing.
But yeah, so that was really interesting, and I've never seen anything like that in a playoff, in a hockey game, let alone a playoff hockey game.
Well, yeah, wouldn't you, as a guy dropping the puck, as the ref dropping the puck, he has to be able to look and make sure, the goalie's turned around and ready. Number one. Or does he? Is his job just to pay attention to the sticks on the ice?
I'm assuming, from my understanding of reading everything afterwards, is his job. Everyone's ready. Okay, here we go. I'm focused on dropping that puck, making sure everything's good here. And that I'm expecting my partners to tell me, whoa, if you're not ready.
Yeah, blow the whistle, but they didn't even have time to blow the whistle there.
Because the puck dropped and it went in. It was so quick. It was wild to watch. but it was very entertaining to say the least.
Yeah.
Game 2, I didn't have a chance to watch, unfortunately. It was on in the middle of the day on Saturday. But Game 3 tonight, I believe, starts in 50 minutes at the end of this show. The Abbotsford Canucks will be taking on the Charlotte Checkers in Abbotsford.
That would be sold out and loud.
Hopefully. I mean, the problem is it's a Tuesday night.
Oh, it'll still be sold out. They've been selling out every game, Jake.
Fair. And it's not like it's a huge barn to sell out either. Like it's a smaller arena.
7,000 people, I think.
Yeah, which is still great. Like, I was reading an article that there's been so much business that has been in Abbotsford that has actually improved during this the Calder Cup run.
Oh,
because
sure.
people are going out to watch the games because no one wants to pay $40 to watch hockey.
Yeah, on TV.
On a streaming service where you get the radio broadcast
Yes.
and a feed from the stadium. If I'm paying $40 a month for something, I'm expecting professional grade. Even if it's the radio feed, at least give me proper cameramen for the TV.
Yes. Yeah, Mike says all 3 games have been sold out. So
Good to hear.
yeah, man.
Because they do 2. They do the weird 2 in Charlotte, 3 in Abbotsford, then 2 more in Charlotte if it goes that long.
Oh, okay. It is a best of 7 on this one because the other
Best of
ones
7.
were best of 5. Was that right?
Until the semifinals and the finals.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Cool. Go Canucks.
Then staying in the line of finals, the Panthers lead the series 3-2 and are leading the game right now 2-0 in the intermission, I believe.
Oh, really?
I'm just double checking that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pull it up. Yeah, 2-0 end of the first.
Yeah.
If I have to see that, can I swear we're on Facebook? If I see that effing rat raise the cup, I think I will puke.
He's done it multiple times.
It makes me ill every time I see him do it. I won't watch. I will not watch.
I won't watch the celebration.
No.
Nope. The first goal tonight was fantastic.
Was it Marchand again?
No, it was Bennett. Came in, stole the puck right off of Ekholm's stick, basically. Ekholm whiffed on a clearing attempt, took it right past him, or went around him and whoever his defensive partner is, got tripped and was able to flip it up over Skinner's glove.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Edmonton made the decision to go back to Stuart Skinner after playing Pickard last game.
That's interesting.
I don't think so. I think Pickard is a great backup. Stuart Skinner has a higher potential or higher ceiling.
They will never win a cup with Skinner. I don't have confidence in him.
I agree, but it's not just that they won't win the way they've built their team.
Yeah.
You can't have as much money as they have up front. The players deserve it. Like, I'm not saying you need to pay Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl less, but you can't have that much money up front and so little money on your back end.
Yeah. Well, and you look at, we talked about it at length. Florida's back end, their back 6 is, you could take any one of those players and they're probably the top 6 in most teams.
Yep.
When you got Marchand playing on your 4th line and scoring goals like he is, like he's 12, it's insane, that little rat bastard.
And did you hear him?
God, I hate him. Every time I think of him, I just get my blood pressure. No, like really, it's up to 90.
Isn't that normal for you at your age? Like,
no, I'm usually 68, 78.
No, that's your age.
Oh.
Somewhere in that range, 68 to 78.
Can't
No, I
swear
think
we're on Facebook.
I think it's probably over tonight.
Yeah. But can you count Edmonton out? They're the comeback kids. They were down 3-0, come back, win it.
Again, anything's possible.
Anything is possible, especially with that team. You've got probably 2 of the greatest players in McJesus and Draisaitl.
But you don't have a goalie that can confidently
No.
save you pucks.
Exactly. Can you imagine if they actually could pick up a goalie?
The problem is they don't have the cap space.
Well, that's the problem, right? You're paying peanuts and you're getting a monkey. That was good. Monkeys like peanuts.
I thought it was elephants that like peanuts.
Oh.
Monkeys like bananas.
Okay. You're paying bananas, you're going to get monkeys.
Yep.
There you go. That's even better.
That way it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, should be super. I mean, no matter what happens, whether the game's over today or I'm sure they'll delay it to Friday because for TV ratings. But this series is probably one of the best games of hockey we've seen in a long time in the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Yeah, it's been good. It's been good, fun hockey. It's kind of fun to watch it when you have no skin in the game and you're not really stressed out over it.
Oh, so you know what it's like to be a normal sports fan?
Is this what a normal sports fan is like?
Like, I think if you explain that to Rod, he'd be like, "Yeah, that's how I watch house sports."
See, now we have Mike watching. Mike is the reason I am the way I am.
So in basically the waterfall effect here is I can blame you,
Yes,
which is in theory blaming Mike.
yes.
Okay.
It always comes back to whose fault is it? Mike's fault.
Mike's fault.
Blame Jake.ca.
Don't blame Jake.ca. I was in PSA up here in Canada for God knows how long. Moving on. Because the game is back on, so we're going to lose a lot of our hockey viewers.
There we go.
The Olympics. It's wild to think about, but the Olympics have named all 12 teams. 12 teams? Yeah, 12 teams have named their first 6 participants. Canada has announced Reinhardt, McDavid, McKinnon, Point, McCarr, and Crosby as their first 6. I totally forgot the Olympics were happening this winter. Yeah. I thought we had another winter to go, but we're 8 months away from Olympic hockey. Best on best.
I love it. Here's the question.
I hope I know the question you're
asking.
Does
Mr. Vancouver, North Vancouver, Bedard get put onto this team?
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I also believe Macklin Celebrini also makes the team.
Yeah.
I believe between the two of them, one game is played.
One what?
One game will be played. I believe they'll be on the roster. I don't think they play. You
don't think either of them play?
I do not think either of them will play.
Oh, really? I think I would think Bedard would play. You put him with can you imagine him on a line with McDavid and Crosby?
I mean, yeah, it would be nice to see, but he's got to be able to prove that he can play at a NHL level before he can go to play at the Olympics.
Well, I mean, he did. You can't take anything away from this kid. He has literally nobody to play with. You and I may as well put on the skates and play for Chicago because that's how bad they are.
I 100% agree. But McDavid, when he got signed to Edmonton, yes, he had a lot of. Yeah, and then as soon as McDavid joined the team, what happened?
They still sucked.
No, he was exciting. The rest of the team still sucked.
Yeah.
There's a lot of holes on that team, but he was exciting to watch.
I think he'll get to play. I'm hoping he does because I'd love to see that. McDavid and Bedard. Did we lose you?
I don't know if I'm the one who's lost or you're the one who's lost because you've gone robot on me. I think we've lost the old man or we've lost myself. I don't know. I'm going to keep going. As in I'm still alive and going here. I agree. I think it would be great for Bedard to play. The reason I think I actually had a chat with my friend about this before the podcast, but I think the issue is he doesn't have that experience and doesn't have that pedigree. Like he's got the pedigree of playing on Team Canada before and playing very well. The Olympics is that next level, even from the NHL.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. But when you saw him playing the juniors, I mean, he was phenomenal, right?
Yeah, 100%. He was not Connor McDavid playing. And there's always going to be comparisons to Connor McDavid and Bedard. Those are like the echelon of tiers they're in.
Yes.
Much like there was McDavid and Crosby comparisons. McDavid looked like he belonged at every single point in the World Juniors. Bedard looked lost a handful of games. Not to say he didn't look great in a majority of them. He did not. He did not take over the game like you would expect an elite talent to do.
You seem to forget what he did. You seem to forget what he did. He took that team on his back. Come on. The World Juniors? Are you kidding me?
I think he had a great showing. I do not believe he put that team on his back the same way McDavid did.
You're an idiot. Oh, did I lose you?
I'm not. It's not just me. I'm not the only one who has said that they wouldn't be surprised. There are people out there saying that he won't even make the roster.
You're so silly. You're a silly goose.
We're gonna put a no. I'm trying to think. I'm gonna put a bet. We're gonna put a bet on this.
Oh! I like bets.
Over 1.5 games.
Over 1.5 games.
So basically, he plays 2 games. You win the bet. What are the stakes? I'm thinking $50 to charity.
Okay, we can do that.
You get to choose your charity. Mine will be. I'm wearing the shirt. Mine will be towards Extra Life.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, I'm going to put it in my betting book because
just
otherwise
to humiliate you again will be fun. It's just fun.
You seem to forget I'm also the guy who made the bet not this past season, 2 seasons ago, that the Canucks would finish top 3 in the Pacific and won that bet. Don't get me wrong, when I made that bet, I had no faith in me actually completing it, but I made that bet. Along with the Olympic rosters, or the initial 6 players for the rosters, the Olympics also announced when they're starting. They start on February 11th, 2026. Canada's first game is February 12th, 2026. The game will be on at 7 o'clock in the morning.
At 7 o'clock in the morning?
Yep, it's in Italy.
Oh, okay.
So the first game, I don't know. I looked at it earlier today, and it's first game is going to be the 12th for Canada. There's one game on the 11th,
right?
But it seems to be that's kind of like the prime time hockey is going to be that 7 o'clock in the morning time because it's 8 hours ahead in Italy.
Newfoundland. Oh, that's a half hour.
No,
ahead.
that's only a half hour difference in Newfoundland.
Right. Cool.
Anything else hockey related you want to talk on before we jump into the CFL?
Let's jump in to the CFL. The CFL. Let's jump into the CFL. Sorry, got carried away.
Week 2 is in the books. Lots of big storylines coming out of week 2. The biggest one that I want to talk about before we even get into the week that was is Nathan Rourke has an oblique pull, more than likely.
Well, it's better than a tear.
I don't think we've gotten official because they just had practice.
No, and you had texted me, sent me a text. No, you sent me a tweet.
Yes,
showing that he actually took part in practice, but only so much so. So will he play? See, that's a hard part when we're making picks this early. It's hard to make picks because we don't know who's in and who's out.
Yeah.
Because they don't report till Wednesday.
Well, Wednesday if your game is on Thursday or Friday. If your game is on the weekend, you don't have to report until end of the day Thursday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
So yeah,
there you go.
Farhan Lalji reporting that he did walkthroughs with number 1, and then as soon as it went to full speed,
he sat
and went to the trainers.
Yeah.
So
here we go again. Is this another case You're old enough to remember of a young fella named Travis Lulay.
See, I was thinking even before Travis Lulay, is this a case of Casey Printers?
Casey Printers is another one.
Because Lulay was able to put together 2 or 3 big seasons.
And then he got hit.
Then he got hit and
Never was
really from there, that was his career.
Yeah, never was the same.
I think the big difference is the age. Rourke is still young.
Yes.
Rourke is still very young. And I mean, the injury that he sustained last year,
Totally different.
totally different injury.
Yeah.
But also, it came from him getting 2 weeks of practice
And into a game.
and into a game after being on a practice roster in the NFL for 2 years.
Now,
18
how much do you think the short week played into this injury?
0.
Yeah. And I mean, you're hearing it all over the internet. It's all the CFLs setting up the players to be hurt because fucking BLT there went off last season, saying how horrible the CFL was and they should never do these short weeks and blah, blah, blah.
I don't disagree.
The NFL does it. Every
No.
league. Yes, they do, because they have Thursday night games and Monday night games. They do it.
But there's more teams, so it makes it a lot easier
Yeah.
for scheduling.
Exactly.
But
we've been doing this
there's a
forever.
there's a very, 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 very rare chance that you're playing a Monday night and a Thursday night.
Yeah.
I can say there's no chance that you're ever playing a Monday night and a Thursday.
No,
night.
but you can play a Saturday and a Thursday. It's still a short week.
Yes,
Or a
100%.
Sunday and a Thursday. Short week.
I don't understand why we got away from the double headers.
I think it's dumb. And what it is right now is TSN wants ratings. And they want to spread it out from Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Right?
Then put on the PWHL or the WNBA. Like, there's other sports out there.
They're not going to draw the way the CFL draws for this TSN. You got to remember, TSN, one of their biggest draws right now is the CFL.
Yeah.
Right?
I get it. It's just, to me, if you're not partnering with whoever carries the Thursday night games during the NFL season, which is Amazon,
Yep.
you're doing yourself a disservice.
Yes.
If this is a play from the CFL side, trying to be like, hey, like, Amazon, look, we like negotiating rights are up at the end of this year, or TV rights are up at the end of this year. Pick us up for just Thursday games.
Yeah.
Right? Get your audience ready to watch. People are programmed to tune in Thursdays
Yes.
to watch Amazon Prime.
But then then do your Thursday and doubleheader Friday. Doubleheader Thursday, doubleheader Friday. No, you can't do a doubleheader Thursday.
No, you do single game Thursday, doubleheader Friday, single game Saturday, and then once the season starts, you move that Thursday game to Saturday, and you do doubleheader Friday, doubleheader Saturday.
And I think that's what they'll do. Right now, they're
it is
doing
what-
Thursday, Friday, and doubleheader Saturday.
If that's the thought process, though, why don't you also do it on Sunday? People are tuned, Americans, Thursday night football, Sunday day football,
Yes.
and Monday night football. Those are the 3 days a week that they watch football.
Yeah.
And if you're a college football fan, you watch on Saturdays.
Exactly.
So if that's a thought process, why not do it that way?
And
It's frustrating. That's all.
It
It's
is.
just frustrating.
It is, because it's one of those, they're doing what we're asking. They're doing Thursday, Friday, doubleheader Saturday.
Yeah.
Right?
100%.
So
It's just I hate the Thursday because it gives teams and players that excuse of, oh, well, we're coming off of a short week.
well, my issue wasn't so much a short week, because we do that all the time. That's common in our league.
Yeah.
My issue was you had a team coming off a bye.
But
And you had a team playing Saturday. And then you made them play Thursday, and a team coming off a bye playing Thursday.
but
Why wouldn't they take a team like from the Friday and play Thursday?
scheduling reasons?
Yeah, and you never give the Thursday game to the bye team in my books. I know it's scheduling and it's blah blah blah, but
But it's also, if you're looking at it from the Smurf Mafia standpoint, well, we're coming in completely cold. Yeah, we had a
True,
bye week,
yes.
but there's there's a difference nowadays from bye weeks to what it was even 5 years ago.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to contact during a bye week.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys played a game and should be up to game speed.
Yes.
Clearly that didn't work out for the Lions, as we'll
No.
talk about here very shortly, but
It'll be interesting. I'm sure. I just hope Rourke can make it back for this next game.
same.
Simple.
I'm keeping an eye on it. Friend of the show, Farhan, is very up to date with what's going on.
Yeah.
So,
We should get
Sorry.
Farhan back on soon.
Jonathan Leckermacki will make his series debut tonight in the Calder Cup.
Oh, really?
He had not been playing the so far. He rightfully had been benched. There was a ton of rumors that it popped up on my timeline, so I wanted to talk about it.
I was trying to figure. You saw the look in my face, going, "What? You
Yes.
got me going on football. Now you're going back to hockey. I'm not able to keep up with the old fart."
So the thought process on that was that he was part of a trade.
Yes.
That management had said, "Hey, don't play him. We're not going to make the trade until the run is done because we don't want to deflate anyone."
Yeah.
But maybe that's not the case, and maybe he was just healing up, or again, he's a young player. Maybe he just needed that time to focus on something.
Could be. Yeah,
So-
for sure.
But let's jump into the week that was, week 2 in the CFL,
Week 2.
because
Two.
as we
It's
alluded to,
one more than one.
guys, the old man knows his math still. Don't worry.
Ooh, I'm freaking intelligent.
So you tell me, knowing the math the way you do, old man, the BC Lions scored 20 points while the Bombers scored 34, meaning the Bombers won. That is correct, meaning you were wrong on this one.
You know what? I've never said the Bombers were a bad team. Their
Nope.
fans suck, but they just keep winning. Like next man up. It's
Yeah, 'cause-
it's just the way they are. I mean, yeah, you got up there. Rourke injury looms large. Well, they were playing their second string.
They were playing their second string, and then also Oliveira got taken out early, literally after the first touchdown, which I think was their first, might have been their second.
Have we heard about
series.
him yet?
I haven't seen anything, but I also haven't
No.
been looking.
Yeah, I looked and I didn't see anything, so they won't be reporting that until tomorrow.
But also,
Yeah,
I wouldn't say that injury looms large, because this Patterson kid, it's his first year in the CFL, steps in and just runs it down our throat.
yeah. It's was disheartening to watch.
Yeah, and I think there's going to be a lot of early series running, so first downs. Just looking at the stats, I mean, we have these actual official CFL stats. Something actually, opponent first downs reached by rushing. BC tied with Toronto at 18.
Yeah,
Meaning 18 times we have allowed the first down on rushing, compared to 17 times on passing. I think it's going to be a huge tell for us, because that 17 puts us in second place, in only behind Winnipeg, who's only played one game.
right.
So our pass game is on par with the rest of the league. Our rush defense is lacking very badly.
And that was evident in this game.
Yeah.
Very, very evident.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think Rourke came into this game injured, and I don't think it was reported on, or he didn't tell anyone, because you seem confused.
You think he came into this game injured?
Yes.
What makes you say that?
He went
You're making shit up again.
in the first quarter. He went 1 for 6 for like 10 yards. He wasn't mobile in any way, shape, or form in comparison.
Okay.
The second quarter, he started to get mobile again. Didn't take many big hits, but was like still physical. And then the third and fourth quarter, I mean, the fourth quarter, that's where he sustained the injury. And the third quarter, he wasn't as mobile again. Your oblique is going to be a lot of that mobility factor. And the fact that our O-line gives him no time to throw that ball. You've got to be super mobile.
Yeah. Okay. It'll be interesting to see what they do now if he's out.
Yeah. I mean, again, Mazzoli came in and didn't look bad, but didn't look great. Like,
yeah. And again, I'm at a disadvantage having not watched the game. So we go back to back again with the Bombers.
Yeah.
We play Saturday.
Yes, we play Saturday.
Yeah. So that it will be a big test for the Lions. They got to see how they bounce back, regardless of who is in and who is out. With the CFL, you're going to have injuries. It's a fact. You're never going to get through the season without injuries. Not always to your quarterback, but there's going to be injuries. Yeah. Receivers, running backs, defense, offense, doesn't matter. The team that rises to the top is usually a team that can have that next man up attitude. And that's what I'm looking for from the Lions this week is, will they have that next man up attitude and step up that game and have some effing pride? Put this jersey on and know that you're expected to win.
Yeah.
Right? So we'll see.
We'll see. I mean, don't get me wrong. It was a good game until the last bit just because of the Rourke injury. And as a Lions fan, the concern for him with that injury. But
yeah.
Yeah. Then we had on Friday night, the Alouettes going into Ottawa and just romping the Red Blacks by a score of 39-18. I'm going to be honest. I only saw about half of this game. I
didn't see any of this game. Not even the highlights.
It looked like men playing against boys.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Owls are just the best. They're just good.
Yeah. And I mean, we said it. I took the Red Blacks. I thought the Red Blacks might come back. But the Owls are just that good.
Yeah.
Still, just like Winnipeg, they just win. That's what they do.
And again, but I think it comes from that mentality of next man up. It doesn't matter who's playing; they're ready to go.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, because I only watched half the game, I don't have a lot to say about this game.
Yeah,
I did watch most of the next game though, where the Stampeders hosted the Argos hosted the Stampeders.
Yes,
and the Stampeders won by a score of 29-19. And I put here, where's the Argos quarterback? Because he's a name we will not be saying on this show.
Because he's the douchebag. He's still
but
out.
They miss him.
Yes.
Yeah. They miss him very badly.
Oh,
and it was very evident early on. Arbuckle didn't have it that Saturday.
No, and you've got VA he's averaging 400 freaking yards a game. He's just burning it up. I mean, the Stamps are 2-0. Who would have thought?
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, they're 8 for 6 in the red zone.
Yeah.
Or sorry, they're 6 for 8 in the red zone.
I knew what you meant.
6 touchdowns on 8 red zone opportunities. That's a team that's ready to go right out the gates.
Yeah. And I mean, you knew they were going to be a contender. That VA is VA. I mean, if you put them on any team, that team is going to improve.
Yeah.
Are they an undefeated team halfway through the season? No.
No, I don't think so.
Right. Are they still going to be mid-pack? Yeah. They're going to be that second, third team. Could even drop to fourth, but yeah.
I think they also, if everything goes as smoothly as it has the first 2 games, and let's face it, they've played the Argos, who don't have their quarterback, and they played the Hamilton Tiger Cats.
Yeah.
If things go as smoothly and they click as well as they can, I think they very well could be fighting Winnipeg and Saskatchewan for that first overall in the West. Sure. but we're also keeping
Early.
expectations realistic
Yes.
because it's early.
Early.
Sorry, something I just wanted to pull up because I thought Vernon Adams would have one of the higher completion percentages in the league.
Yeah.
Do you know who does have the highest?
Mr. 4 down Bo Levi.
No, he does not.
He has the
No.
most. He has the.
He has the most attempts and the most completions. But the person with the highest pass percentage, like the completion percentage,
Drew
is
Brown.
Drew Brown of Ottawa.
Yeah. See, folks. See, I actually have the stats all right here.
He's old. I was gonna say he's so old school. He prints them off so he can highlight the things he wants to talk about.
Yes. And actually, while we're talking about stats on quarterbacks,
Yeah.
Bo Levi sitting at 640 yards total passing for the season so far. It's like how I've watched him overthrow so many. If this guy could get accurate, like he's 90 attempts, he's at 63.3% completion rate.
There's only two quarterbacks that are lower, and that's Nathan Rourke and Chris Strevler.
Now he'll blame his receivers, and he'll blame the wind, and he'll blame the rain, and he'll blame his little PP. I don't know what else he's going to blame, but Jesus, I watched part of that game, and he was overthrowing everybody.
Yeah,
it was insane, or underthrowing.
Well, and the crazy thing is like the passes of 20 yards or further. He has the most attempts.
Yes.
He also has the most. He has the most completions by one.
Yeah.
Nathan Rourke, Alexander Davis, and Vernon Adams Jr. or Davis Alexander. I always read his name backwards. Two first names. It's confusing.
It's two first
names. They all have 5 completions. Bo has 6, and he has 2 to 6 more attempts than anyone else.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, Arbuckle's with about the same amount of that 20 plus yards. But Bo has always been that big play Bo, right? That's his nickname, Big Play Bo. It's not 4 down Bo.
But
that's my nickname for him. But he's never been that accurate on him. I remember watching him in his prime in Calgary, and he'd overthrow receivers on a regular basis.
But the big thing to me is that 640 yards, you'd assume because he's constantly overthrowing guys and just going deep with it, that he'd have a lot of 30 plus or more completions. He only has 2.
Yes.
He's the same as Trevor Harris.
It's insane.
Like Vernon Adams has more 30-yard plus completions.
Yes.
Which is great because that's how Dave Dickinson likes to run an offense. Yeah. That's how Dave Dickinson used to play as well.
Well, exactly, right?
Big thing with Dave is that's different from Bo Levi is Dave was able to check down and make those passes, the short passes.
Yes.
Right?
Bo tries to force that ball.
Yeah.
Right? But, I mean, he's still sitting at the top of the league in freaking yards. So he's doing something right.
I mean, if his team could get a win, it would be better, but...
Yeah.
Hey, as long as his stats look good, it's fine.
Yeah, just ask him.
Then the final game, I did not watch any of, unfortunately. We had the Rough Riders taking on the Ticats.
I did watch this.
And it was a 5-point difference. The Riders get the win in Hamilton.
I did watch this game. I didn't think I did, but I did because...
Because there was a later game on Saturday. So
Riders kicker... Yeah, it was a later game on Saturday. I came home and stayed home. Missed 4 field goals. I think 3 field goals and 1 point after.
Brett Lowther. Brett Lowther.
I thought it was going to cost them the game. It was one of those, here we go. They're going to throw dog poopy on his lawn or horse poopy. But their defense came up big in the final. It was a fun game to watch, actually. Now that I remember I watched it. I've worked 12 days straight, 13 days straight, and like 12-hour days in there. It was crazy. We had a big sale. But anyway, This is where I was watching Bo, just like, I was like, what are you throwing at? Nobody's there. It was insane. And it was funny to watch because you and I were watching a game and forget what game we were watching. And the quarterback, Vernon Adams, he went, yeah, that was on me. I missed.
That's me. Mine, yeah.
Bo was like, getting mad at his receivers. And I'm like, you overthrew them.
But no, they ran the wrong route.
Maybe they ran the wrong route. You're right. It's like,
I mean, if you ask Bo, it's always their fault.
Yes, he actually said it many more times than you care to believe.
Yeah, very, very interesting week in the CFL.
It was. I had this game right. I went 2 for 2.
You went 2 for 2.
2 for 2. That's not too bad.
And I guess it is time for everyone's favorite segment of the week. It's an emoji that didn't get put through properly.
Oh.
If you're on mobile, sometimes it doesn't push properly through to our chat.
Hand pink waving. Well, hand pink waving to you too. What the hell is that?
But it is time for everyone's favorite segment of the show.
Which is it? Hand pink waving.
Well, it could be. We could change it to that if you'd like.
No.
But it's time for the old man predicts.
It's time for the old man predictions. How well did he do? Do-do-da. Do-dee-do.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Time for the old man predicts.
Dancing.
How well did he do? Do-dee-da. Do-dee-do. And as mentioned, he went 2 for 2 last week, picking the Lions and Red Blacks who lost and the Stamps and Riders who won.
Yeah, man.
Also putting that in perspective, there are 4 perfect teams still.
Yeah.
In the CFL. I almost said NHL. That's how my brain's working. It is the Alouettes, the Stampeders, the Riders, and the Bombers. The East also only have 2 wins total, and they both belong to the Owls.
That's hilarious. And we said, the East is going to be strong this year.
Whew, how wrong we were.
So far. It's still early.
It's still so early. There's,
yes.
Again, injuries, and it's going to happen. Injuries are going to happen. But
it will balance out.
Sometimes it does.
Yeah.
Other times you just get hit in the face with terrible luck.
Yeah.
But we start with that only team that can win a game in the East. They are the Alouettes taking on the Edmonton Elks, who are coming off of a bye from last week.
This one will be the blowout of the week. The L's romp over. Romp.
I mean, I said that word earlier, and it appears you've.
Yes, L's are going to win.
Like it. Yeah, they have a 70% implied odds of winning. 5.5 point favorites.
There you go.
And then we have on Friday the Saskatchewan Rough Riders taking on the Toronto Argonauts in Toronto.
Man, I wish I would know if the quarterback would be playing for...
I don't believe he is. I haven't seen that he's back at practice, and I feel like that would be pretty big news.
Yeah, exactly. So I am going to take the Riders again. That is 3 weeks in a row, I might add, that I've chosen the Riders to win. What the hell's up with that, folks?
And breaking news. It is now 3-0 for Florida Panthers.
Ooh,
at the end of the second.
End of the second?
We're at 4 minutes to go or something.
We can finish this up and go watch the third.
That was the plan. That was my secret agenda this entire time.
There you go.
Then we have the early game. Interesting. 2 earlier games on Saturday. We have the Ottawa Red Blacks and the Calgary Stampeders playing in Calgary.
At 2:00, that's an early one, eh?
Yeah, 1:00 Pacific, 2:00.
Yeah.
Mountain.
And then 5:00. Wow, that's weird. I am going to.
Do you want to know the odds on this one?
Huh?
Do you want to know the odds on this one?
Probably like dead even.
Literally dead even.
Yeah, this one, folks.
You can get plus 1.5 points for either team.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, this one then has to be the coin costs.
The coin costs of the week.
The coin costs of the week. I'm just going to flip a coin, and I'm going to take the Stampeders at home. They'll go 3-0.
And then we have the rematch from Thursday's game, the late game on Saturday at 4 o'clock Pacific in BC, which is kind of nice. Like if you're traveling to the game from the islands.
Yes, or up or the interior, which they do a lot now.
Yeah, right. Like I get why they have the game on. It just seems everything shifted earlier.
Yeah.
And I wonder if that has to do with potentially Stanley Cup playoffs. If they push it to game 7, I don't know when game 7 would be.
Right.
But I know they like to push it for 7. So it might have been, well, just in case we can be over by the time the second period starts.
Right.
But the Bombers are the favorites on the road in BC with a minus 2.5 points.
I will
Lions at plus 3.
Say it every week. I will never, ever, ever go against my Lions.
That's fair.
I can't. Can't do it, Jake.
I don't.
Can't.
I think sometimes if you're betting, like when you tell people to take it to the bank and bet the mortgage on it, I'd be concerned. But
this week, only bet $5. Pick all the ones I did. Put $5 on it. Make it a parlay.
Wow, I mean, you'd probably get pretty good odds on that parlay.
Let's go to good old Cool Bets.
And while the old man pulls that up on Cool Bets, he has predicted for the old man predicts in week 3. He has predicted the Alouettes, the Riders, the Stamps, and of course the BC Lions.
The BC Lions.
Were you able to bring Cool Bet up? All right, so maybe if you stay tuned to our Twitter account, we'll put together a parlay and let you guys know
that.
what that
Yes,
looks like.
that's a great idea.
And unless you have anything, old man.
No, let's go watch some hockey. And
minute and a half.
If they win, I'm turning it off.
A minute and a half left in the second. Florida winning 3-0. Thanks so much for tuning in. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us for an hour every week. We will be back next week, maybe on Tuesday.
Tuesday works. Or Wednesday. Tuesday.
We'll figure it out. Keep an eye on our social media. We'll announce it there. Have yourselves a wonderful time. Mwah, and go Panthers go. Peace.
I get to say it.
No, you said a lot. No, we talked about
this. I get to say it this week.
No.
No. I get to